If you watch his tape, all you see is big-time throw that is an NFL-style throw down the field, a 20-yard in, a 20-yard crossing route.
The athletic ability, he makes a lot of power throws. He makes a lot of unbelievable backyard throws. You know, body's in weird position, and then he still throws the ball on a 15 or 20-yard out and puts the ball on the money.
I'm in the camp that the gap between he and Mendoza is not nearly as big as the public seems to think. Okay. And you were handed the first in 9 tapes for both Mendoza and Simpson. I promise you Simpson's tape's better.
This is not the story of a quarterback who came out of nowhere. This is the story of a kid from Martin, Tennessee. A kid who grew up in a football family, who was recruited by Nick Saban himself, who sat behind 2 future NFL quarterbacks for 3 years and never once complained. And when his moment finally came, he delivered. 21 touchdowns, 1 interception in his first 9 games. Then a cracked rib changed everything. For months, the scouts were split. Mock drafts had him sliding out of the first round entirely. Nobody could agree on where he would land, or if he would land in round 1 at all.
Hey, it's Les Snead, Los Angeles Rams.
How you doing?
I'm good, man. We're sitting here at the 13th pick, so we're going to draft you with that pick.
With the 13th pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Rams select Ty Simpson, quarterback, Alabama.
In the draft round 1, the Los Angeles Rams walked up to the podium at number 13 overall in Pittsburgh and called his name. To understand Ty Simpson, you have to understand where he came from. Martin, Tennessee, small town, northwest corner of the state. Not a place that puts a lot of players in the NFL, but a place where football is everything, especially in the Simpson house. His father, Jason Simpson, played quarterback at Mississippi State. He has spent the last 20 years as the head football coach at UT Martin. Football was not just what this family watched on Sundays. It was the dinner table conversation. It was the Friday nights under the lights. He did not just grow up around football. He grew up studying it. He was not just a coach's son. He was an apprentice.
Coach's son. Ty, how are you?
Good.
Good, Ty. We're on video, we're on the radio here, and for the people who hadn't heard you on the radio in a couple of years, how old are you now?
8.
8, and what grade are you in?
2nd.
What position do you want to play in football?
I'm looking forward for running back and quarterback.
Oh, it's 2 good positions.
At Westview High School, Simpson was the kind of athlete who did not specialize. Football, basketball, track. He competed in everything, and the football world noticed quickly. Offers came in from Clemson, Ole Miss, Tennessee, but one call stood above the rest. Nick Saban wanted him. As a senior, Simpson threw for 2,827 yards and 41 touchdowns, against just 3 interceptions. He also rushed for 862 yards and 11 more scores. Westview won the state championship. Simpson was named the Tennessee Gatorade Player of the Year, a 5-star recruit. He chose Alabama, and that decision would test everything he had.
Ty, what did it mean to have your dad here?
I'm trying not to get emotional, but it meant a lot. You know, he literally played, coached the game at 12:30 in North Carolina, won, and then made an effort to come to my game and be with my family. He means the world to me, and for him to be able to watch me play when sometimes he can't, that's my best friend.
Here is where it gets interesting. And if you are a Rams fan, this is the part you need to pay attention to. Simpson arrived at Alabama in January 2022, ready to compete, and then he sat down. In 2022, Bryce Young was behind center, the Heisman Trophy winner, the first overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft. In 2023 and 2024, Jalen Milroe took over, and Milroe went on to become a third-round pick of the Seattle Seahawks. 2 future NFL quarterbacks, 3 years, and Ty Simpson never once packed his bags. Most guys would have transferred. Most guys would have gone somewhere they could play immediately. Ty Simpson stayed. He studied. He waited. He trusted the process. That is exactly the kind of quarterback the Rams are bringing into Sean McVay's system. McVay runs one of the most complex offensive schemes in the NFL. It takes time to learn. It demands a quarterback who is obsessed with understanding every detail, the spacing, the timing, the pre-snap reads, the way every route connects to every defensive coverage. Most rookie quarterbacks thrown into that system immediately struggle because there is simply too much to process. Ty Simpson has been building toward exactly that kind of environment his entire life. He did not just wait at Alabama. He studied, and now he walks into Los Angeles as the most prepared, sitting and learning quarterback the Rams could have asked for.
Going to an organization that has a veteran quarterback, and he will not have to play immediately and have a chance to develop. This is perfect.
When Alabama finally handed Simpson the keys in 2025, the first 9 games looked like a coronation. 21 touchdowns, 1 interception. Sharp, decisive, completely in control. The Heisman conversation had his name in it. Alabama went to the SEC championship and punched their ticket to the college football playoff. Then, quietly, it started to fall apart. His throws were off. His pocket movement looked stiff and hesitant where it had once been clean and confident. In his first 9 games, he threw 1 interception. In his final 6, he threw 4. People started asking the hard question. Was Ty Simpson the real deal, or had the competition simply caught up to him?
And by the way, everybody loves Ty Simpson. I talked to a general manager 2 weeks ago. I said, I don't get it. I think he's just a guy. And the GM said, he is just a guy.
Here is what nobody knew yet. He had been playing through a cracked rib for weeks. He took a hard hit late in the second quarter of the Rose Bowl against Indiana, walked into the locker room at halftime, got an x-ray, saw the crack, tried to come back for one more series anyway, because that is the kind of quarterback he is, before his body finally said no. When the combine medical reports came out, everything made sense. His full season numbers, 28 touchdowns and 5 interceptions, look solid on paper, but they hide the real story. The real story is a quarterback who played through a broken chest for weeks because he refused to let his team down. For Rams fans, pay attention to that character detail. Matthew Stafford has played through injuries his entire career. Broken thumbs, cracked ribs, torn muscles. He has never been the guy who comes off the field when things get hard. The mentality fits. The Rams are not just getting a quarterback with tools. They are getting a quarterback with the same kind of toughness that has defined Stafford's entire legacy in Los Angeles. Mock drafts had Simpson at 34th overall. Some analysts refused to put him in round 1. ESPN's Matt Miller said he was still struggling to find a team for him on night 1. Then the Los Angeles Rams called his name at pick 13 and stunned the entire league. Rams GM Les Snead had been quietly telling Simpson throughout the process that he would be a first-round pick. The pick itself came from a 2025 trade with the Atlanta Falcons, held specifically for this moment. And the Rams made sure to call Matthew Stafford before making the selection, so he heard it directly. Now here is what the 2026 Los Angeles Rams look like. Matthew Stafford, the reigning NFL MVP at 38 years old, is the unquestioned starter. He's under contract through 2026, and there are reports of significant progress on an extension. Sean McVay said it plainly after the draft. Let's make one thing clear. This is Matthew's team. The Rams are one of the early Super Bowl favorites for 2026. They have Puka Nacua, the most productive receiver in football on a per-game basis. By the way, check out his video as well. Also, they added Trent McDuffie and Jalen Watson at cornerback. They are built to win right now. And sitting behind Stafford, absorbing every McVay concept, learning from one of the best quarterbacks still playing the game, is Ty Simpson. Every analyst is reaching for the same comparison. Jordan Love, drafted by Green Bay in 2020 while Aaron Rodgers was still the starter, sat quietly for 3 seasons, took over in 2023, and became one of the best quarterbacks in the league. The Rams are betting the exact same timeline plays out in Los Angeles. Simpson is described by scouts as a high-floor player, repeatable mechanics, calm under pressure, a feel for the intermediate game that suits McVay's system perfectly. Given time and the right teacher, he becomes a reliable franchise starter. I genuinely think he will be okay with the LA Rams. I know a lot of people don't like this trade, but the NFL has a unique way of surprising us. This is the story of Ty Simpson, a kid from Martin, Tennessee who grew up calling plays at his father's knee. who was recruited by Nick Saban, who sat behind 2 future NFL draft picks for 3 years and never once asked to leave, who played through a broken chest because he did not know how to quit. Now he sits behind Matthew Stafford in Los Angeles, learning under Sean McVay in one of the best offensive systems in professional football, the same way he sat at Alabama and turned waiting into preparation. The best part of his story has not been written yet. Drop a comment below and let me know what you think of this trade. Is it a hit or a miss? I'd love to hear your thoughts, so let's get a discussion going, especially since this is a move nobody saw coming. Also, don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it. It really helps the channel. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss an update on the NFL. See you in the next one.